I mix what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like. And then, as I had here in the conclusion, it's something that I've obviously talked a lot about and quoted many times here and elsewhere, but just from George Jackson, his whole point: black capitalism, black against itself, the silliest contradiction in a long train of spineless, mindless contradictions. Another painless ultimate remedy: be a better fascist than the fascist. Bill Cosby acting out the establishment agent. What message was this soul brother conveying to our children? I Spy was certainly programmed to a child's mentality. This running dog in the company of a fascist with a cause, a flunky's flunky, was transmitting the credo of the slave to our youth. The mod version of the old house nigger. We can never learn to trust as long as we have them. They are as much a part of the repression, more even than real live rat informer pig, than the real live rat informer pig. Aren't they telling our kids that it's romantic to be a running dog? The kids are so hungry to see the black male do some shooting and throw some hands that they can't help themselves from identifying with the Quislings. So first they turn us against ourselves, precluding all possibility of trust. Then fascism takes any latent divisible forces and develops them into divisions in fact: racism, nationalism, religions. So I honestly think, with all due respect to George Jackson, that in today's world, it's more complicated to make this point. As hard as it was then to get people, to get young black people and others to see Bill Cosby's portrayal as an FBI agent as a negative, I think it's harder today to see the same content being delivered by the Earn Your Leisures, by uh, uh, the 19 Keys and the thought
The
leaders.
Court's top thought leader.
I mean, I think that when we see that, as you know, I have my little jokes and fun with it, but the reality is, I think that they're carrying the same message that Bill Cosby was carrying in the TV show that George is critiquing here, and they're doing the same thing. It's carrying that same message of bravado and success and victory, and we can win, and I'm throwing hands at master system and all this other stuff, and it comes with that same. So you can see it have that same impact on black youth. And I would argue the same thing. Just as George Jackson is saying that I Spy was programmed to a children's mentality, the analysis, the arguments offered by these producers of the black capitalist mythology are themselves taking a childish, a sophomoric analysis of economics and delivering that as programming to a black youth and to an uninformed, ill-prepared older community who are being preyed upon by these messages. So it's not that it is a child's mentality applied to an economic analysis to simply say invest better and you know all the things that they say and do all of that. That is, and I'm not even meaning to be intentionally hostile here, but that is a childish approach to economics, how they work, how they impact different communities, and particularly how black people relate to the economy. What they say is the equivalent here, but there's more of them saying it. There's more of them saying it with greater degrees of skill and delivery and circulation than what Bill Cosby was offering back in the day. So that's why I'm saying today it's harder. We have a harder thing to deal with. It's a more difficult task confronting us than even what George was attempting to deal with.